of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine. From the place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome. But nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. And yes, match day today, and it's Leeds United versus Newcastle United, the pre-match build-up live. There's only me at the moment because Rowley was unable to join me today. I think he's probably doing something to getting ready for Eurovision tonight, so he's probably making sure his suit's all sorted out for tonight's showpiece. But in all seriousness, he's probably not going to Eurovision, but who knows. But if you like what you see, then please do smash the like. It really does help the channel up the search results, so smash those likes. That'd be great. Thank you very much. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then smash that subscribe. Come and join this wonderful community here. And also hit that bell notification to let you know when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. So last night I did the press conference reaction. I had Kyle on, who was absolutely fantastic. Made his debut on the channel. And yes, I'm going to get him back on more often. Let's jump into some comments before I get into the show. BS says, morning Tony, Rowley in chat. Unfortunately, Rowley's not here, but I'm here. So yeah, thank you very much. Morning Tony and Rowley, says Trolls. Good morning to you, Trolls. Hope you're well, mate. Sefton says, morning all. Sefton Max Cullen. Here is my vote from Crosby. 3 points goes to the two away the lads. Absolutely. Sefton's already getting into the action for Eurovision tonight. He's getting excited. Look. Good afternoon, everyone, says Gary D. Good afternoon to you, sir. Hope you're well. Morning all, says Mason. Good morning, Mason. Hope you're very well, mate. Chippers, morning. Good morning to you, Sam. Hope you're well, mate. And, let's hope for 3 points today. But I'm going to take you down memory lane in just one moment, by the way, guys and girls. Ian says, morning, Tony. Good morning to you, Ian. Hope you're well. And looking forward to the game. Although it's a hard one, Ian, isn't it? Because there's 2 games on that you want to watch, but you can only watch one unless you watch them on something else, I suppose. 2 devices. BS says, I, for one, will not be watching Eurovision. It's an embarrassment to the continent. Well, thing is, how can it be Eurovision when bloody Australia are in it? Australia's not even in Europe. It's, do you know what I mean? So how can that be in Europe? It amazes me. Sefton Chippers. Euro what? Yeah, exactly. Not going to be easy today. It's not going to be easy, Ian. But you know what it is? I think we should be okay, though. I think we should get it. As long as the first 15 minutes is going to be key. 15, 20 minutes of the game is going to be key. And I think they have to come out and play. Leeds know they can't just settle for a point. They've got to try and win that game. So they've got to come out and play. And if we can beat them, if we can get them second balls and exploit their gaps, then we could run all over this. They're talking about us time wasting again on TalkSport. They're so rattled. Do you know what? Let them have it. Let them have it. I don't care. I really don't care. Let them have it. Because, it's just bitterness at the end of the day. All teams do it. Look what Arsenal did. They done it last week. Alan says, morning, Tony and all. Good morning, Alan. I hope you're very well, my friend. Sefton says, EI, or will win the song contest. Yeah, we should do. I think Eddie will start with Wilson. I don't know. It's a hard one. I'm not even going to try and predict the lineup because I think it'll be hard. Class will prevail. This reminds me, Everton away game, absolutely chippers. Look at the way Everton played in that first half. We got the goal. Yes, they got an equaliser, which was ruled out for offside, and rightly so. Second half, they had a go, but once we scored the second, third, Everton just folded. So yeah, it's that type of game again. I hope we time wasting every game we have left and win them all. Absolutely. Ian says, "Well, watch the Toon game, then watch Celtic highlights later, Tony." Yeah, good man, Ian, good man. Yeah. Celtic's got nothing to play for now after they've won the league. Alan says, "Morning, Tony. Nervous today?" You nervous, Alan? Do you know what? I think the only reason I'm nervous is because we're that close to Champions League. We can just about feel it, but we can't actually touch it yet. So I know exactly what you mean. Gareth says, "Good morning, Tony. Difficult game today, but I'm thinking 2-1 Toon win." Yeah, I mean, it's that first 15, 20 minutes I've just said that's the key. That's the key to this game. So again, we'll wait and see. Right, I'm going to go down memory lane here. And I've got a bit of a recording here. So what it is if you remember last season, and in particular, the date of the game when we played Brighton away, when we were second bottom in the Premier League. And you'll all probably remember Soccer Saturday focused on Brighton versus Newcastle at that time. There was a couple of Muppets in there who decided to say things, you know, that just makes you laugh now as a Newcastle fan. And it's something, if they were listening, I would love to ram it back down their throats because I just think, but I'll put it on, it's about 43 seconds long. It'll go between three different clips. So you may think, oh, it's jumping, but it's not. It's just because it's going into three different clips. But here we are. It's those wonderful people at Sky. Lee Hendry, who's won fuck all as a footballer and won one England cap. And Paul Merson. Yes, you've got it. So let me put this on for you now, and there we go, and let you see what you think.
Lee, how much would the appointment of Eddie Howe, if it happened, how much would it satisfy the Newcastle public, do you think, Newcastle fans?
I don't think it will. I really don't. I think, and from his perspective, I think he's been linked and the surface to try and get someone in.
Eddie Howe's, I'd be shocked if he was ever going to be first choice for any team in the Premier League now. So you've got to get what you can when you're a manager. I think fifth choice. But I don't know if they've got a clue at Newcastle. I honestly don't. I think they've come in with all this money and it's like, right, we've got all this money. We're just going to spend. They've got a manager. They're going to Brighton today where it's...
So there we go, guys. Lee Hendry saying Newcastle fans wouldn't be overwhelmed by Eddie Howe coming in as a manager. I, for one, wanted him anyway. And, and to say that at the time he's not first choice for any club, I'll tell you what, he's first choice on probably every club now because he'll be a wanted man. We finished third this season. Eddie Howe, stock's already risen so highly anyway. But once he starts winning stuff, I'll tell you what, his stock's going to rise even higher. And I hope these people really now are eating their words at what they said about Eddie Howe. I'm just going to pop back into the comments and see if anybody's thought what of that. Yabba dabba doo. Hey Tony. Hi mate, hope you're well. Yeah, it's important, it's so close. Gary says, never try to outthink Eddie Howe because you're a loser. Absolutely. Troll says, I think we'll be clinical today. I think we will be as well. We've got to be. Richard says, hi, how are you? And also, how is your loved ones? Who is going to win Leeds versus Man U? My predictions, Leeds 2, Newcastle 3. You're an intelligent and hard-working person. Thank you very much indeed, Richard, for your kind comment. I mean, yeah, I'm fine. Everybody's fine. I think it will be tough. But as I say, that first 15, 20 minutes is going to be key. But I think if we get through that first 15, 20 minutes, and if we're 1 or 2 up, I think the floodgates could open. I really do. I don't think defensively Leeds are great. I think Man City possibly should have put a lot more of their chances away than they actually did. They fought it about with a penalty. Haaland giving it to Gundogan. Gundogan, who's never scored a penalty, who can't score penalties, he keeps missing them. So, I think if Man City had gone 3-1 up, maybe they win that game comfortably. But it is what it is. But we just got to make sure we're clinical, look after ourselves, and just make sure we get the goals, get the points, and secure that third place. That's what we need to do, and let everything else take care of itself. Win today. Man U have a game against Wolves at home. That's going to be tough for Man United because Wolves are not a bad side. And so if Wolves manage to even get a draw there, we move further clear of Man United, which is better for us. And our goal difference is massive compared to Man United's. Mason says, can't stand Paul Merson. No, absolutely not. No, definitely not, mate. Adieri says, hi, Tony. Leeds, Newcastle, Anthony Gordon, right wing, Stark, Callum Wilson, Alexander Isak together. I'm not sure on that one. Would he, though? Would he start that way? I'm not sure. Again, it's a guessing game to who's going to come in. I mean, obviously, we know Sean Longstaff won't be available today. But, yeah, again, we'll have to wait and see. The team news should be out in about one moment. So, yeah, it shouldn't be too long before we get the team news out. And then we will see who's in and who's out. But, yeah, let's go through a couple more comments and then I'll check the team news. The way ASM trained, I think he starts. It depends how fit he is. That's the thing. Richard says, who do you think will get top four, Man U or Liverpool? I think, all in all, I think if Man U drop points today against Wolves, I think Liverpool could get above them. I really do. But it'll be interesting. Who's laughing now, says Luke. Yeah, absolutely, mate. We are, because we are laughing at them because of their stupid comments from last year. Adiri says, ESM trained. Yeah. Bias says, Paul Merson said our transfers are not good and praised Jesse Lingard. Well, he's a muppet, that guy. He's an absolute muppet. He really is. Right, I'm just going to check the team news is in, because I think it could be now. It's now past, so it should be, unless we're late. Unless any hours late to hand that team sheet in. And nope, the news is here. Right, okay, so it's going to be some surprises here for you. Nick Pope in goal, Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, Dan Burn, Bruno, Joe Willock, Joe Linton, Miggy Almiron, Alexander Isak and Callum Wilson. They start. On the bench, it is Dubravka, Dummett, Gordon, ASM, Lewis, Target, Manquillo, Murphy and Anderson. So Miggy back in ahead of Jacob Murphy. All in all, that team for Leeds, I think it's a great team because it's an attacking team. We can, so guys, what do you think? But yeah, I'll just go through some comments. We've got some really tough home games with home teams fighting for their lives. If we don't get top four, definitely earned it. Absolutely. Sky Sports sack the lot, says Alan. Yeah. Well, the rumours are Souness apparently got sacked from Sky, and he got sacked from Sky, and I think it was just a thing that because he was booked in to do that day's punditry, he just sort of like said, "Oh yeah, I'm leaving," just to yeah. Meant heard on the vid. Exploring the Northeast. All right, Tony, I think we'll finish 3-1 today. I took Isak, Jolin and Murphy. Murphy's on the bench, so yeah, he could come off and score. Ian says, did Lee Hendry play football? Yeah, he played for Villa, he played for Sheffield. He played for a handful of clubs and then a whole lot of none. He even played for Montpellier at one point. But yeah, he won Player of the Season once, and that was Young Player of the Season. That was 97, 98. But after that, he didn't really win much with him. Well, he's never won anything, has he? Paul Merson, who the hell is he? Field footballer and a gambling his life away, and that's a dig at us because no one will really talk about us getting money. Yeah, ex-Smoggy as well, so Wasn't Lee Andre Villa? Yes, he was. I hope ESM starts. Merson is a pillock, but to be honest, he has praised us of late. Yes, he has of late. But again, it's one of them, isn't it? It's just Merson just likes to have a dig against us. That's the problem. And but we'll have the last laugh. And so yeah. So I'm just going to get I'll get the team news up on the screen. Just bear with me while it comes up. There we go. And there's the team news there. And I'm just going to have a look at how Leeds are setting up today. And we'll see what the Leeds lineup is. Okay, so the Leeds lineup is Robles in goal, Firpo, Vorba, Christensen, Ealing, Koch, McKennie, Greenwood, Harrison, Rodrigo, and Bamford. On the bench, Meslier, Strike, Gray, Rocker, Forshaw, Aronson, Somerville, Jorginho, not the Jorginho of Arsenal, by the way, and Nonto. So that's the Leeds lineup. So Nonto on the bench, which is a bit of a surprise, to be fair. Robles is continuing in goal ahead of Meslier. So, yeah. But again, we'll have to give him more of a test today, I suppose. And, yeah, we shall see. But that's the Leeds lineup now. We'll put that on screen as well about a few more minutes. So bear with me on that one as well, and I'll pop that on for you. But I'm just going to jump into some comments because I'm a little bit behind in my comments here. So Alan says, they won't be saying about how I just ignore all the crap too and shutting every single one up, just playing so good. Absolutely, Alan. And I just put it on because I just thought it's just something just to give everybody a bit of a giggle after what they said last season, and to what, what they're really thinking now. Richard says, too late for Big Sam to make a big impact for Leeds in 4 games. Big Sam stellar football, not pretty. It's very defensive, long ball, long, big, and not attractive. Thing is, Richard, I don't understand it in all honesty. I mean, yes, I suppose I had to sack the other manager because, he wasn't cutting it and they were getting thrashed. But I really thought, why on earth have they gone to Big Sam for at such a late stage? It's too late, in my opinion, for Leeds now. I think if we beat them today, they'll go to West Ham next week, and I think they'll get beat off West Ham. I think they're doomed. I think Leicester's doomed as well. And, once Southampton draw or get beat today off Fulham, they're down. So, we'll have hopefully one relegation spot will be confirmed this afternoon. Gary says, if Nottingham Forest get a win at Chelsea, I think that's them safe, Tony, mate. I think it could be. I think it very much will be as well. They could even be safe now, to be honest with you, with the games when you see what Leeds and Leicester's fixtures are. Richard says, please Newcastle win today against Leeds. Deluded damned United. Big Sam says he's comparison to Pep, Klopp, Mikel and Howe. Yeah, I know, the man's an idiot. No way we need Isak or Wilson on the bench. If we are struggling, we have no goal scorer to put on. There must be something in the game that Eddie Howe thinks, do you know what? I'm going to start these two and see what we do. Chipper's surprised that he's gone for the Wilson and Isak combo as we don't have a striker on the bench. That's it, Chippers. I thought Wilson would have been on the bench in all honesty. But as I say, Eddie knows what he's doing and he must have some sort of plan there as to why he's starting both of them together. So we'll back Eddie Howe and we'll see what they do. I just hope they gel today and prove me wrong. Yeah, absolutely. Strong team and bench. Glad defence is unchanged. 2-0, says Alan. Yeah, absolutely, Alan. Isak has played much better as a 9. He has, Trolls. Yeah, I totally agree, mate. 5-0, Botman, Wilson, Isak hat-trick. Do you know what, Yabba? I'll take that all day, mate. I think anybody would. We've got Mad Dog in the middle, says David. Yes, there he is. There he is, Jason Tyndall. You know, we all love him. I mean, what a guy he is. I mean, you know, I can't understand why, you know, some people are having to go a dig at him. Because I'll tell you what, this guy has been assistant manager to Eddie Howe for a long, long time, for the time that Eddie Howe's been a manager. And do you know what? I think he takes a lot of workload off Eddie, because when you think about it, he's another pair of eyes for Eddie Howe. So anything else he sees going wrong on that game, he can say to Eddie, look, hang on a minute, this isn't going right. How do we change this, or do we, you know, and maybe that's how it works so well. To be honest with you, I ain't got a problem with it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And I think more assistant managers should be on the touchline with their manager, because at the end of the day, if your manager gets an illness or something and has to stay away from the training ground and in the match, and you've got to be in charge as a manager, then you've got to be ready to step into the breach. So I think it's great, and I don't have any problems with it whatsoever. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And I think he's absolutely brilliant, Mad Dog. No, Mad Dog is in front, David. Didn't think we would start Isak and Wilson, says Ian. No, honestly, I thought Wilson was on the bench. Throbbing cock at left back. Yeah, Chip, I saw. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to get the jokes about this now, aren't we? I'm surprised he's went with two strikers. I thought you'd have put one up top with playing Thursday. Well, that's it, Mason. I would have thought so as well. Unless he brings Isak off or something, maybe. It all depends how the game goes. Richard says, Leeds playing a 5-4-1, Newcastle 4-3-3. Yeah, absolutely. YVC, do you think we'll win today, mate? I very much hope so, mate. I can't see why we can't win. But we just got to be cautious, because they've got something to play for. They're fighting to stay in the Premier League. But this is what gets me about some teams. Why do they struggle all season? And then when they get to the last few games, we've got to make a scramble to stay. If you come out and you play well and you win, then why can't you do that all season? That's the question. And that's a question with a lot of teams. Ian says, that was a joke about Henry Toy. I don't think he was very good at all. No, they're all right, mate, honestly. Nonto didn't. He belonged to Lone Ranger. I can't remember Beer, to be fair. It's a long time ago. Big up, Tony. That's not good. Loan up. I like that. That's a good lineup. I like that. Yeah, absolutely, Brian. If Saint Maximin played, he will have a field day against Leeds United. Wing back. Yes, he would. Wouldn't he just, Richard? Morning, Tony Trolls. Seth and Noel. I'm all excited, says Mighty Mag. Aren't we all? Yeah, definitely, mate. Trolls says, indeed, Ian, if he was not good at all, only had a pace, if I remember correctly. Yeah. James Matthews. How are you, the lads? How are you, Tony? How are you, James? Yeah, I'm absolutely fine, mate. Absolutely buzzing, mate. Looking forward to the match. Paul says, are you worried about Big Sam's 5% extra today? No, I'm not. I'm not worried about Big Sam at all. Can't stand the bloke, because when he got sacked by our former owner after 6 months in charge, he went and bought himself a villa in Spain and calls it Casa St. James, as if to say sticking two fingers up to us. Well, sorry, I just can't stand the bloke since that. By playing Isak and Wilson, Leeds will think it's very dangerous to come forward, more likely to get punished. Do you know what it is, Bia? I think if they leave gaps, we're going to exploit them. And I'm not being funny, but when you look at Isak, the pace he's got, well, we've seen what he done against Everton. He left them all standing, didn't he? Alan says Big Sam's been let out the nursing home. I think he has been, yeah, hasn't he? Just. Gary D says it's been provided before, even getting a new manager with 10 games to go. It's just not enough time. You go back to our season of 2016 when we went down, when we had the Wally with the Brolly in charge still. And I always said he should have been sacked 2 weeks before. I always thought Rafa was brought in 2 weeks too late. If Rafa had been brought in that fortnight before, we would have stayed up that season. We would never have gone down. But, you know, just trying to keep faith with McLaren. didn't work. Yabba says, Mad Dog and Eddie are like a bread and butter. Absolutely. I mean, as Eddie Howe said, with Jason Tyndall, they've gone to matches together, away matches. They've driven a car together for 5 hours. They were working at Bournemouth when they had all that trouble and they had no money coming into the club. They weren't being paid or anything like that, and they were still working, and you look at it and it's absolutely fantastic, the journey they've come on and where they're at now, Troll says, Isak is a striker's preferred position. Yeah. Mighty Mag says, great to see Darren Neals and Nobby in the States planting the seeds. Absolutely. In Atlanta, yes. Brilliant. I saw that. Richard says, Big Sam chewing his gum so hard he might have no teeth left at the end of the season. What's your view in regards to Big Sam in charge of Newcastle? Big Sam had no choice. Do you know what? I didn't think it went well. I thought it was, I didn't think it was great when he came to St James's, to be honest. I did say, and people laughed at me, and I said, hey, you're laughing, but I'm being honest about it. I remember when I went to St James's when he first took over, and I went for the first game, and I said, I'm sitting in level 7, and they went, oh, where are you going all the way up there for? And I said, because I'll see the ball more in level 7 than I will if I'm lower down, because of the way he plays the long, high ball. Ian says, Tonto was with the Lone Ranger. Well, yeah, it's close though, isn't it, Ian? Nonto Tonto. Richard says, Tony Toons will be playing and marching in the Champions League next season. Let's hope so, mate. Yeah, just let's get that win today, and that'll just help us even more. Yabba says, we're fighting for Champions League. Oh my God, hearing that is like a real orgasm in multiple times. Do you know what it is? It's just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? The thing that last season we struggled and we stayed up, but we stayed up well, as you know, we stayed up and we finished 11th. But this season, we've just took massive strides. And yes, you can, I know people put it down and say, oh yeah, but you had the money to bring the players in. Yes, but it's not just the players brought into the club. But some of the players that come in, people opened their eyes up and said, Dan Burn, why are you signing him? They've brought Trippier in. How are they getting Trippier in? Matt Target, But the thing is, they were all experienced Premier League players. Chris Wood to an extent, yes, I know, but we've only spent 6 million on Wood, so it hasn't cost us too much, and it just shows you how. But Eddie's got a tune out of players like Joe Linton, Almiron, he's got Wilson playing better now, so it's all down to Eddie Howe. Richard says, Leeds are falling apart again, marching down together into the Championship. Leeds desperate, no idea, no style of play, and no identity. Absolutely. I mean, next season, they'll have to have trips to probably Plymouth, Southampton, Rotherham, They'll have local derbies, I suppose, with likes of Rotherham or a West Yorkshire derby with Huddersfield Town. So, yeah, that's what they've got to look forward to next season. Billy says, Lee Hendry managed to get man the match performance for England and was never picked again. Good player. Should have left Villa at his peak. Could have been better and better at another. Yeah, he could have been, Billy. I mean, he was an up-and-coming player when he was at Villa, but yeah. But the guy's just a bit like Paul Merson. He's a muppet now, isn't he? Bias says, Leeds' only chances to beat West Ham and Spurs. Those are the games they should be targeting. Again, it won't be easy away to West Ham at the London Stadium. I can see West Ham winning that, especially if West Ham win next week and they get through the final of the European Conference League, the Europa. To be honest with you, them players won't want to drop their performance because they want to make sure they're playing in that final if they get there. So it'll be a tough game for Leeds. And against Spurs are still going to be battling for that top 7. So at the end of the day, Spurs are going to have a lot to play for. So it's not going to be easy for Leeds. Troll says, if we lose, we don't deserve Champions League, but I think we'll win. Yeah, we should do. We don't want to hear that word lose, do we? Gary says, I see the Liverpool YouTube troll channels are claiming Bruno will be playing the Liverpool shirt next season. Needles to, I don't believe a word of it. No, I don't either. Why would Bruno go to Liverpool? He loves Newcastle. He comes out and he says how much he loves Newcastle. He won't go to Liverpool. Don't worry about that. James says, I think today we just survive the first 10-15 minutes and go all out attack till half time, grab a few and start the rest players and rotate. Exactly. If it works that way, by the way, James. Billy says, bloody sham, Asda Price and Derby away. 11 men behind the ball against the worst side to ever play in the Premier League. Yeah, absolutely, Billy, you're absolutely spot on. And yeah, I can't stand the bloke. I really can't. And like I say, not just because of his links, because he was with Sunderland. He was with Sunderland as a player and a manager as well, wasn't he? But Richard thinks this is how the bottom three will be. Southampton 20th place, Leeds 19th, and Leicester 18 getting relegated. Black and white is strength together and diversity. Absolutely, mate. I think that's a three to go down anyway. In what order? I don't know. I don't care what order it is, but I think them three go down. Troll says Bruno's going nowhere. Just the entitled pool fans thinking they can buy any player from any club. Yeah, absolutely. Not taught to anyone in here, but yeah. Everybody took the piss out of our signings when we got them. Now they've all been belters and worked. All our success has been put to them. People are stupid, man. Give Howard Tin some credit. Absolutely, James. You're absolutely spot on, mate. Lee Andrew, Paul Merson, Big Sam, Leeds United are Muppets, deluded and are very gambler. Yeah, agree with that. Java says we played 1% of our transfer budget, but I think for us to use 10%, we are going to make history for our future. Eddie Howe has already come out and said he wants elite players in the summer, especially for Finnish Champions League. And I believe it's going to be a huge summer. It's going to be an exciting summer, that's for sure. Richard says Newcastle are passionate, hard-working, intelligent and great fans. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Thank you very much for your lovely comment. David says the only teams Bruno would go to are Real or Barca. Yeah, can't see him going to Real because looks like Jude Bellingham's off there in the summer. Barca, I don't think, can afford him. I think that's why they're trying to get rid of Rafinha, aren't they? Because they haven't got the money. Yaba says Everton, Leicester and Everton. Everton, Leicester and Everton? Do you mean Southampton? He means there we are, Southampton, Everton. Do you know what? That wouldn't shock me if Everton still went down, because they're only 2 points ahead. And I mean, yes, they're going to be on a high from that game the other day against Brighton when they won 5-1. But I can see Man City thumping them tomorrow. I really can. I just can't see it, to be honest with you. Richard says Eddie Howe is a better manager than Graham Potter, Lampard, Gerrard, and Big Sam. Absolutely. We'll catch you later, guys. Go on to Chippy before the game starts. Take care. Yeah, enjoy your chips, mate, and whatever you have now. You're having fish, sausage, or whatever, but whatever you're having with your chips, enjoy, mate. And yeah, and just one thing, Ian, when eating your dinner in must score, don't chuck your dinner in the air because you'll end up losing it then you won't be able to eat it. But have a great time. Billy says, I had the misfortune of seeing Asda Price play. Needless to say, it wasn't unlike his management style. If anything, be it ball or limb, mostly limb. Yeah, I can quite believe it, Billy. I can quite believe it, mate. And while you're in the chat, Billy, you got to watch along today on TTR, by the way. So, is it you doing it or is it Paul? Andrew says, Isak and Wilson, tad surprised by that. Yeah, I was, Andrew. I thought, all in all, I would have thought, Wilson would have been rested. But, the end of the day, Eddie knows what he's doing. He picks the lineup, and he picks the team. And he's obviously watched Leeds' game against Man City, as he's already said. And so he's looked at that and he's thought, right, okay, let's go with that. There's the Leeds lineup on screen now, just so you can have a look at the Leeds team. Doesn't really frighten you, does it? Charles says, I want to see Isak as a 9. He scored 10 in that position. Yeah. Richard says, who would like to be stuck in the lift for 24 hours and what's your favourite meal? Who would you like to be stuck in the lift with for 24 hours? Whew. Do you know what? Do you know what I'd like? I'd be quite happy stuck and live for Eddie Howe for 24 hours, because I'll tell you why. I think it would be amazing just to hear the journey he's come through in football, when he had to retire early as a player through an injury, and then he became a manager very young, into how he kept Bournemouth up from dropping to the National League. So I think so. I could quite well get stuck in a lift with with Eddie Howe. I think it'd be tremendous just to hear what he's got to say. And the journey he's been on, and when he took his break out after leaving Bournemouth, and Eddie Howe, I think, without a doubt. Or Mad Dog, because I think Mad Dog will keep you entertained for 24 hours, wouldn't you? You'd probably be cracking jokes knowing him. Paul today, buddy. Oh, cheers for that, Billy. So, yeah, if you don't want to hear BT Sports probably biased commentary, then I suggest you mute it, put the TTR on, and listen to Paul, because they do a fantastic job over the Toon review. But sorry, I meant to say about food. Oh, I like all sorts, that's a thing. Favourite food? You can't beat a Sunday roast, can you, really? So I'll put a Sunday roast. I don't mind what meat it is, so I'll say a Sunday roast. What's your signature dish to make wife, family and loved ones? I'm not really a chef, to be fair, so I'll do beans on toast. No, I can make stuff, I can, but I'm not more of a chef. She's more the chef than I am. Gary says, would love it if the skip rats went down. Yeah, I think a lot of people would love to see Everton drop, wouldn't they? Troll says, it works so well having either Isak or Wilson as a sub. It did. That's why I thought he might have gone with, I thought today he might have gone with Wilson on the bench and Isak starting. And maybe if he did start the SM, give him 45 minutes, But again, we'll see what happens, In Eddie, we trust. In Eddie, we trust 100%. Remember, this man gets, there's been times this season we've seen some lineups and we're like, no, Eddie, why? And then they go out there and absolutely smash the opposition. So, you know what? Let's trust the process. Billy says nobody wants a kneeling cock. Oh, God, Billy. Oh, God, I like that, Billy. Well said, mate. Well said. That is hilarious. Richard says, Leeds United frightening themselves and Newcastle United Leeds are going down. I think they are. Depends how many would build. Depends how many would beat them by today. Billy does that. I don't know. Niall says, big ups, Tony boy. Big ups to you, Niall. Hope you're well, mate. Troll says, G.R. Tolkien would be amazing to hear all the stories, to be honest. Yeah, I suppose that's not a bad shout, is it? Yeah. Jan says, Putin only 2 minutes, a nice ribeye and chips afterwards. I wouldn't want to be stuck in the lift with Putin. Gary says, Billy does the home games, Paul does the away, Tony. That's absolutely fine. I just thought, I just thought, in case Billy was on as well with Paul, I wasn't sure. Please, Newcastle United beat Leeds today. No cap, says Mason. Thanks very much, Mason. That's the team. How are you, the lads? Yeah. Are you happy with that team, Sefton? That team can go out and beat Leeds. There's no reason why we can't go out there and beat Leeds. Not at all. Coffee says, hi, Tony and all. Hi, Coffee. And what is your prediction today, Coffee? Come on, we want to hear it. But please don't put in like all these premonitions that could happen, because don't make anybody nervous, but just put your scoreline in, mate. I'm only joking, Coffee, by the way. And Trolls are saying hello to Coffee as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. I can't wait till 12:30. I think we'll be wearing this shirt today. We won't be wearing the white, that's for sure, because we can't clash for Leeds. And we don't normally wear a black and white down there, so we probably will be in the away one today. 3-1 says Coffee. I want to keep a clean sheet, Coffee, because I want Pope to keep a clean sheet from now at the end of the season, so he wins a Golden Glove. You know, he's just got to keep 4 clean sheets to win the Golden Glove, and I just want him to keep 4 clean sheets. Richard says, sorry if I cause any issue in regards to Cap. No, you're absolutely fine, mate. No worries. Jan, this team looks like a 3-0. Definitely. Paul Gardner, good afternoon, mate. He says 3-1 Toon win. Yeah, definitely. I'm saying 3-0, by the way. Billy says Tolkien was a Brummie. 24 hours live for that. You're all right. Not for me. I'd be wringing his neck. Yeah, Billy, I couldn't sit in there with a Brummie or a Scouser. Oh, the accent. No. It's just unthinkable, that. It's bad enough when you hear that Alison Hammond on TV and she's a Brummie and you're like, oh, for God's sake. Paul says, Longstaff will be a missed. Did he have a feeling 2-1 to us, Willock and Wilson to score? Well, Willock needs to get a goal, doesn't he? I mean, poor lad, every time he gets a shot, it never seems to go in, does it? Newcastle 4, Leeds 0, says Beer. Not a bad shout. Trolls laughing at Billy, yeah. Ali Coffee says, Isak, ziggy-zaggy run before a goal. Mafinho, 60-yarder volley. Gordon, zippy run and chip over the goalkeeper after a 1v1. Mafinho with a 60-yard volley. Jesus. That's some volley, isn't it? Wow, Coffee. I mean, if you'd said Laurent Robert, then I would quite probably believe it off Robert's foot, because he had a left foot like a 1, didn't he? God. There's times when you look at that team, you think, God, if you had a Robert in there. Whew, yeah. I'm going 3-0, says Sefton. 4-1 Toon, says Mighty Mag. Leeds have not failed to score in their last 10 Premier League games. Yeah, but Coffee, there's always a chance they can fail. And the thing is, though, when was the last time Leeds kept a clean sheet? Well, I'm about to tell you. The last time Leeds kept a clean sheet in the Premier League was in December when they played us and they drew 0-0. That was the last time they kept a clean sheet. Granny, how do, Tony? I will spank them and I'll spank. Okay. Big Billy O in the chat says James. Yeah, absolutely. Ari Mason. Coffee says, Granny fan in a Granny sisters. I don't know, Coffee. I really don't know, mate. Coffee says, Mafinho capable of 60-yard volleys even when he's tried against West Ham. Yeah, true. Miggy starting Coffee. Yeah. Holly. Come on, Newcastle, we can do this. Yeah, good afternoon to you, Holly. Hope you're very well. And yeah, we can do this. I'm going 3-0. And I really hope we do pull this off today because, you know, we need to get the 3 points, get back to winning ways. But every time we have lost a game, we have come back and won. So, you know, so like let's start that run again today. And tomorrow will be interesting to see how Brighton get on against Arsenal, because if Brighton gets smashed off Arsenal, they can come to us very, very low in confidence. But guys, if you do, and girls, if you do like what you see, then please smash that like. It really does help the channel, so smash those likes. Also, if you are brand new to the channel, then hit the subscribe. Come and join this wonderful community we have here. And also the bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. Trolls says, great show. Thank you very much, Trolls. Is J7 on the right again? No, Almiron is. Rani, no, but limitation is form of flattery. Archer's with me says, oh, God, mature. We get them all, don't we? Yeah, we do, Coffee. I know exactly what you mean, mate. But yeah. But no, I mean, as I say, the team lineup today is pretty good. I honestly thought before the lineup came out, Wilson would have been on the bench, but there's the team lineup again if you haven't yet seen it. And you can check the team lineup there. That is the lineup Eddie Howe's decided to go with. And hopefully it's a lineup that can win the game. So yeah, and there's the Leeds lineup. In case you didn't see the Leeds lineup earlier on, and again, that lineup for Leeds does not frighten me one iota. So hopefully we bring the 3 points back. Sefton says, off Wiedersehen, all enjoy the game. Are we the lads? Yep. Coffee says, I predict Arsenal Brighton 7-4. Gosh. The Randy Granny's profile pic is a masked Facebook trying to sell me it the other day. I was playing bingo. Oh, okay. Okay, guys. So, coming to the end of the show now. But yeah, I know it's only a short one because everybody wants to get ready, watch the game, get your beers ready, whatever you're drinking, whiskey, whatever, get them ready, get your food ready, do your pre-match. But as I say, once again, if you have enjoyed the video, then please smash that like. It really does help the channel and people can find it more easy in the search settings, so it goes to the top end. Also, if you are brand new to the channel, then smash that subscribe and come and join this wonderful community. And that bell will tell you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. Andrew says, Leeds are going to put 14 men behind the ball for 89 minutes, in my opinion. Well, I don't know where they get 14 men from. Is Mr. Sinclair going to the game today? I don't think he is, no. Take care all. See you later. 3 points in the bag. And depends what game you're on about, Gary. But, yeah. But anyway, guys and girls, it's been a great show. Thank you for tuning in. I will probably be back with a match reaction later. I'm not sure what time yet, but do keep an eye out. And if you have, push that bell notification. That will tell you when it's on live as well. I've just got 3 more comments have just quickly come in. Take care, young man. Thank you very much for the compliment. Referee to linesman. Yes, if you want to know who the referee is today, the referee is Simon Hooper. Yes, he's had too many pies, that man. He's been at the pie shop in Benwell too many times. But I tell you what, best pie shop I've ever been to. I used to always love going to the pie shop in Benwell. Love the place. Still there as well. And on VAR is Neil Swarbrick. So that is your VAR ref and your referee. And the 4th official is Graham Scott. Bye, Tony all. Bye, coffee. Today's game, Tony. Yeah, but which game, Gary? What you mean in Leeds game or Man United game? I meant refereeing 2 lines and make a 14 men. All right, okay, mate, no worries. But anyway, I shall be back later. But until then, take care. And remember, the future's bright. The future's black and white. Come on, lads. Let's do this. Let's get the 3 points. Let's strengthen our top 4 position. Let's stay in that 3rd position as well. And it's away the lads. See you later.